Who is the slave farmer?
Slave farmer, she's Sandra Navasirie, a teacher by training, and of course a slayer. A teacher by training. I'm a university trained teacher, though retired early. I'm also a passionate farmer. I love farming. And I'm also into agri-tourism. So that is slave farmer in brief. I'm so many things. I'm also a mother, but I'll just mention just those few.
From you being at the top,
Yeah,
being conned,
yeah,
and you bounce back into farming,
yeah,
to the successful slave farmer
Yes.
I am with today.
yes.
What was the secret?
Now,
That success.
now let me tell you guys. In fact, I'll look in the camera. I'll be very honest with you guys. You are your own support system. Yeah. My story, of course, it was devastating. Any other person would have gone back to the village. But I knew that I'd made a mistake. I didn't even make a mistake. I was taken advantage of, I was naive. So first is acceptance. Most people don't want to accept when they blunder or when they make losses. They want to blame all this, all that. I accepted that, okay, I've lost money. I've lost my 2 years savings. I'm back to zero. Farming is about network.
Sure.
And if you're a selfish person, don't think of joining farming because you'll die in your own movie. You can't do farming when you're alone. You think, oh, I know it all. Oh, me, I have this. Yes, we appreciate, but you'll need people. Not that you'll need people. The big plan is, of course, slave farmer to be a movement, slave farmer adventures to be a movement. It is a movement already because from Uganda now we are going to Kenya because we were planning a tour in December to Kenya to explore, for people to learn, because Kenyans, I even get jealous. That's why I might end up getting married in Kenya. Ugandans, if you're not serious. So because I started my journey in 2019, 2019, before COVID, and it was a love for money.
Love for money?
Yes.
You mean there is no money in class?
There is, but I think I should say quick money. Not quick money, that I might be misquoted, but what pushed me in farming in 2019, I remember, actually the caption started in 2018. So in 2019, the prices of tomatoes in our country, Uganda, was really high. And people were earning a lot of money. That's about, one tomato was costing 500 shillings, Uganda shillings, not Kenyan shillings. So I was like, oh wait, people are making money. Why are tomatoes expensive? I was just very inquisitive. So I went to the market where I was asking, it's very scarce, people are not farming, the dry season and all that. I was like, okay, so if people are earning this money, if one tomato is 500 shillings, rather Uganda shillings, then how many tomatoes are in a box? So I did the math and that pushed me. I was like, I think I need to do what people are doing. So I found myself in farming, just like that.
In class, were you a slave or the slave was born in farming?
The slave was born in farming. In class, while at university, I was a very laid-back person. I was a docile, but I was laid back. I wasn't as vibrant, as bubbly, as, all over the place as I am. I was very laid back. Even when I started teaching, because I taught for some time. Then I just retired. So I was not a slayer. It was born in farming. Comparing
your class life and farming life. I know now without now mentioning money.
Yeah.
Which do you enjoy more?
I think I enjoy farming more, but even if I'd stayed in teaching, still I would enjoy it. To be honest, because I love interacting with people and teaching had taught me. Probably what I am in farming was because of the background, my background, the teaching background and the training I got. Because not all farmers are as vibrant as I am. Yeah, welcoming, interacting. So right now I enjoy farming more because I get to interact with people and also nature, appreciate what really happens in farming, where you plant a seed, becomes a seedling, a fruit, you take to the market. Like it's fulfillment to me, yeah. So I would enjoy, right now I'm enjoying farming more than a classroom.
Is it fulfilling to you because of the nature of work in farming?
Mm-hmm.
How you engage in day-to-day activities, how you engage with other farmers, how you engage with people in the farming industry? Or is it fulfilling to you because of the returns you get out of farming?
I would say both, yeah. But most importantly, the interactions, yeah. with people, there is pressure. Because let me tell you, Fred, well, there is money in farming, but I mean, all farmers would be very rich people in this world, like extremely, extremely rich, yeah? But I think why we are not as rich as politicians or other probably businesses or whatever is because for us, or to me at least, it's more than what we actually do on the farm, you know? When you come to the farm, this is my calm place, like relaxation. Farming has taught me so many things, like the patience you get, changing people's lives, because people call me up, oh, Sandra, you know what, I'm in farming because of you. That alone, even if I die, like I've touched people's lives, you get. So even when someone doesn't give me money for consultation, like, by the Sandra, you know, I watched your YouTube, the first video, because my first YouTube channel, video, was in 2019 with NTV Seeds of Gold. Like it went viral, yeah? That was the birth of Slave Farmer. Like, oh, I watched you like 6 years ago. You know, you inspired me. You know, I'm doing this because every time I see you falling and rising up, like I'm also forced to push. Fred, that is fulfillment to me. Because I know I'm changing another person's life. People that I don't even know, people I probably will never meet in my life. So that is enough for me, knowing that at least I'm leaving a legacy behind in the country and also beyond.
Do you think there are opportunities for Ugandans or for Africans in farming?
Yeah, many. This is a sector that, of course, it's free entry and exit. Number one, like they don't ask for your qualification. What did you study at university? How old are you? How much money do you have? So as long as your mind is made up to join farming, like it's free entry, the opportunity is there right away. The land, money and all that is the mindset. That's why most Africans, especially the youth, say that, it's not easy. Well, they're just lying. Oh, they're not making money. Because their mindset is totally different or is even wrong. So when you ask about opportunities, yes, they are. Enormous. We can't even finish. Like I said, they don't ask for your qualification. Nobody asks me, what did you study for you to join farming? But here I am making a killing, making money, traveling all over the world because of farming. So the opportunities are there, but you need to make an extra mile to look for them, you as a young person. And of course, farming is not just, when you talk about, I won't actually say farming, when you talk about agriculture in general, it's not just farming. People will say agriculture, they're like, oh, they think they limit their mind to only farming, being in the garden, you know, raising seedlings, or man, the opportunities along the agri value chain, there are very many. Like it's the longest value chain because there's production, there is selling inputs, there is raising seedlings. That alone is an enterprise where you can make money because not only just raising seedlings, selling inputs. That is also all in agriculture. Growing actual crops, selling to the farmers, going to the markets, adding value, processing, exporting. Man, I can't finish the opportunities along the agri value chain. So to answer your question, yes, there is. But someone has to know where they fit, because I might be good at production, like crop production, yet I'm not good at marketing, you know. So, and you can't do it all in agriculture, but you can try to at least to, you know, if you're a farmer, you're also a marketer, you're also this, that, and the other. So you can choose that I want to join agriculture, but maybe I'll be a marketer, or maybe I'll do crop production, or maybe I'll do A, B, C, D. Yeah.
Which that one mistake that you ever did in the space of farming, and you'd like to advise others not to repeat it for them to realize the success, or for them to realize, to see the beauty of farming?
I think I've not done very many mistakes in agriculture. I should say I'm a very smart woman, yes. And that's because from the word go, I was involved in agriculture, like I was hands-on. I never did telephone farming. From when I retired from teaching, I was home full-time, yeah. From the house to the garden. My crops were the first thing I saw in the morning when I woke up. That was in 2019. And the last I saw before I went to bed. So most of these mistakes were avoidable. Actually, most of the mistakes in farming, like the actual ground work on the ground in the farm, are avoidable. Yeah. So I made sure I did everything right. But the mistake I should point out is not to believe everything that is on the internet. Because it's a digital world, and many people probably, we are also the internet. We inspire so many people on the internet. They see us on the internet. Oh, so if I'm doing this, or if I'm with Fred, I'm seeing you and all that. But there are so many people who are impersonators, yeah? They have huge followings, but then when they're not actual farmers, they have huge following, they have people who believe in them, and they believe. So me, the mistake I did was trusted a farmer that I got on the internet. Actually, the first time I was conned money in Kenya. Yeah, so I believed. So he was a farmer. He told me he was doing export of chili. He had done somehow, but then he used that because when I looked it up on the website, everything was checking out. I was like, yeah, he's a good person. Yet he was a con man. So that was a mistake I did. I didn't do due diligence. I didn't second think. I didn't ask from people like other fellow farmers, or do you know this person and stuff like that. So that was a mistake, and it costed me really a lot of money because my savings, I was meant to buy a car in Mombasa. All my savings, I left it in Kenya. It was conned. So I had to go back. That was 2021 in May. I'll never forget. So I had to go back to zero to now make money. Now, that advice would be now, especially for farmers who are starting up, there are many con men on the internet, yeah? And people who just, act like they're farmers when they're not real farmers. If someone tells they're a farmer, visit their farms. Ask them to visit their farm. Do due diligence. If they want to do any transactional, maybe you to sell them your produce, please make sure that they're real, middlemen, or otherwise, you can be conned. That was the only mistake. Really, nothing. I don't think there is no. That is a major, because it's the one that really affected my mental health, and also my money, my saving, and also the time. But other than that, the rest have been really avoidable.
From you being at the top, being conned, and you bounce back into farming, to the successful silly farmer I am with today.
Yes.
What was the secret?
Now, now let me tell you guys. I'll look in the camera. I'll be very honest with you guys. You are your own support system. Yeah. My story, of course, it was devastating. Any other person would have gone back to the village. But I knew that I'd made a mistake. I didn't even make a mistake. I was taken advantage of. I was naive. So first is acceptance. Most people don't want to accept when they blunder or when they make losses. They want to blame all this, all that. I accepted that. Okay, I've lost money. I've lost my 2 years savings. I'm back to zero. Also, don't make an alarm, because the internet doesn't care. I never posted anything. I posted actually months after I'd healed. I think, was it even months or years? So I didn't post because I knew some people would sympathize, others would mock me, others would use that against me even in future. It doesn't help. So I made sure that I knew that internet is not a real place. That is number one. It is not a real place. We see people, you see posts and all that. It's not the real world, yeah? So I accepted, number one. Two, I didn't share anything on the internet. I came back to my house. I cried day and night, prayed to God. But one of the men I met as I was traveling to Kenya, who met at the airport, told me, because one actually who became of course that's a long story, he became my guardian angel, because he was also going to Mombasa to pick his car. So later called me, are you done? Are you driving? I told him, man, I've been conned. So he paid my ticket to come back. Now, when I came back to Uganda, he called me, Sandra, if you made that money through the right channels, you make the money again. That is stuck. Now it's been like 5 years, but it's stuck in my mind. He told me, I know it's hurting. I know you're a young woman. You're this, but please stop crying. Pick yourself up. If at all, God is going to bless you again. If at all you make the money, that money that has been conned in the right channels, you're going to get it back. And here we are. So I believed myself. I knew that God's timing is always the best. So when I came back, I didn't go in another business. I went back in the garden because I'd got that money through farming. Of course, with a lot of pain in the heart, a lot of emotions over the place. But I went back to the garden. I knew I'd got the money from the garden. I went back slowly by slowly. I started building up until where we are right now. So to answer your question in summary, I went back to the farm where I'd lost the money still. I went back, but now with a smarter brain, with also smarter mind, and also with the right attitude. Now I became also, I would say, shrewd, but not shrewd in a way. I became tough because, when you're a good person, you think everyone you meet is good in this farming business. My background, I'm a teacher. I'm a good girl. I'm a Christian, because I know everyone who says, oh, yes, I know I can do this for you. I feel, then I used to think that they wish me well, or they wish me good. But I realized that the world is really hostile and it's really, not very friendly. So now, what has helped me 5 years down the road, now I trade carefully. even if I'm doing transactions with people, I double check, I double ask. Now I consult my friends. Oh, this one's telling me this. What do you think? So I don't make the same mistake, or I don't lose money. But above all, I've also learned to keep friends close. Yeah, friends that were in the same industry, and also being very true to them. Yeah.
I see you like people.
Yeah.
For you, liking people, bringing friends closer, bringing people in the same industry closer.
Yeah.
Is this what has given birth to Slave Farmer Tours, or where did the Slave Farmer Tours come from?
Oh yeah, Slave Farmer Adventures. Yes. Now I think it's in my personality. I don't know, but I think I'll also attribute it to my background as a teacher, the training, because we are trained to be empathetic, to be welcoming, to be accommodative and all that. So my background has helped me a lot to relate with people. Now the birth of Slave Farm Adventures actually was in 2019 with one of my friends, Alan. We started the tours. We went to Western Uganda before COVID. We told ourselves that we can just take people to tour, places. So we went with one coaster. With him, we partnered with him because we're now trying to put up the farmers' my rehabilitation, because I used to go on my knees, pray to God and all that. So I was like, well, there might be other farmers out there probably who are going through a similar experience, but they're not as strong as I am. And they even feel ashamed to open up, like, oh wait, I lost money, I was conned, or maybe my hailstorms hit my farms. Because as a farmer, we get so many challenges on the farm. So I can come up with Slave Farm Adventures or these farm tours, not for people to tour farms, but also as a way of rehabilitating other farmers who go through challenges. Because when we meet, we share experiences. Oh, Fred, what has been like? Man, Sandra, you know what? Last month I was almost dying. I was on the verge of giving up. Then I tell you, I also went through something else. So basically, my objective for Slave Farm Adventures or the tours is, one, for farmers to explore, open their minds. Because when you go to different regions, different farms, you see what other people are doing, you appreciate. Because when you just in your cocoon, you think you are the best. But man, when you move there, people are doing serious work out there, you get. So I was like, not only people moving to see what other people are doing, but also what actually takes place in the farm. The stress that we go through, farm workers running away, seedlings burning, or the hailstorms doing this, the insecurities. Recently I was fighting with the thief at the farm. There's a lot that goes on. So I was like, okay, now I want to leave a legacy, not to be known as a slave farmer who grows crops, but also to rehabilitate other farmers. So we move to farmers, but the main objective, to get knowledge. Also farmers to get market for their produce. Also to get knowledge on how to exchange, to do business, because it's not only limited to farming, but agriculture in general. Those who want to do agribusiness, value addition, because we visit agro-processing units, we visit farmers, we visit factories, we visit so many things. So that now a farmer can decide, or an investor, that, okay, I want to engage in agriculture, but I don't want to hold the whole like Sandra. I want to buy produce that already farmers have produced. So that was the birth of Slave Farm Adventures. We started last 2019 is when we got the idea. We did one tour, but last year 2024 I started, and yes, from August to where we are now.
Which is the biggest achievement that you can proudly share that you've gotten, not just in farming, but as a slave farmers adventures? Okay,
now one, I've got an opportunity to listen to people's cries, genuine cries, and genuine yearning for knowledge. Someone reaches out to you like, Sandra, I've been laid off, but I have my savings. What do you think I should do? Because now someone reaches out to you because they feel you're in a position. People people have a different perception about me, by the way. They look at me as an icon. Because how I know that is when someone calls that, what do you think? Please advise, what do you think I should do? That means someone is on the verge of giving up on life, but then they just want your opinion to see how they can turn around their life. Now, whatever advice you're giving them, you're either burying them or making them. And also, I was just explaining now the achievement from Slave Farm Adventures, seeing people enjoying this thing we call farming. Because our tours, it's fun farm tours, it's a concept, fun farm tours. Oh, Sandra, thank you so much for organizing. I didn't know I would ever reach this place. Or people, basically, I'm helping people open their minds to be open-minded to all these things. Man, that is fulfilling to me. So, And also the inspiration, like I've said, people are like, Sandra, it's because of you that I'm in this. Because of course I've got other things, the assets, the money, but I'll not mention that, because I mean, today I have the money, tomorrow, but I mean, I had it, I lost it in even less than a day. But the legacy, that gives me the joy that even when I die now, my name will still be in people's lives, you know. So it's a legacy that I'm leaving behind, and knowing that I'm changing people's lives, not just to slay. Because I mean, if you're a farmer, you know that we don't slay in the garden. Actually, it is real work. There's no slaying or mania posing, but it's just something to entice people and also to make people, to get their attention. Like, oh, slay. What does she slay? When you sit down, then I tell you that, well, there's no slaying. We do actual work in agriculture. So yeah.
And to the young people who sees you as like you said, as an icon,
yeah,
who would like to be like you, which path or which principles should they stick to be able to achieve what you have achieved? Especially if it's easy. I don't know why I feel it's easy in the adventures more than in the family, or it's fun in the adventures more.
No, it is fun in the adventures, and it's how should I put it? Like, it's fun in the adventures because yes, it's touring, it's exploring and all that, but also you're planting a seed in someone's brain or someone's life that is going to last them a lifetime. Why I wanted to start the Slave Farm Adventures, because me, like I told you, I specialize in crop production. People used to reach out, Sandra, now I want to start poultry. Do you know any farm I can visit? Do you please tell me how should I do poultry? Now, I'm not a gambler. I don't even give people knowledge about coffee, not even bananas, even when I have knowledge, because I'm a specialist in crop production, vegetables, because crop is also broad, vegetables. Now, the fulfillment I get is when someone says, now when we advertise that, guys, we're going to do, because our first edition, we went to Bushenyi, Western Uganda. We did dairy production, dairy value addition, where we did yogurt value addition. People saw zero grazing, they saw bananas, we did goats, we did bees, bees, getting honey and all that. People were like, oh, wait, this is actually nice. I even had my trees, I didn't know what to do with them. Now, it's satisfying to see that you've helped someone achieve their goal. You've added something on, because their goal is to start farming, but it's through you that they've seen that other farmer who has inspired them to start. So knowing that I'm part of people's success stories is good enough for me. Like, that is the biggest achievement, because it is because of Slave Farmer that I'm doing this. It's a farmer that gave me your number. It's a farmer that recommended you. So knowing that someone is successful or someone is thriving in agriculture because of me, that is the biggest achievement. Now, to the young people, of course, that, like you said, the young people, I encourage them to first join the fun tours. Why? Because when it's Slave Farm, you're like, boring. But when you join the Slave Farm Adventure tours, you'll change the perception because they are like, we're kind of initiating them into the whole thing, the whole farming thing. But for us, it's just adventuring, touring, taking a break from the farm, visiting other, basically. But then if you talk of real production, it's the knowledge that you get from there that you're going to put in your farms, then you make money at the end of the day.
Few weeks ago, you were rewarded as the best adventurous company.
Yes.
Person.
Yes.
In East Africa.
Yes.
How was it?
I wish I even our award. I left it in Kampala, but I'm coming with it to Kenya.
Please.
Yes, I'm carrying it. Well, I was voted as the best for the Agri-Tourism Award, Slave Farm Sandra Nabasiria. First, it's very humbling. Yeah, I'd even forgotten that. Like I said, I don't even mention those big achievements, because the joy comes from knowing that I've changed people's lives, the lives that I've touched, not actually the accolades I've won. People have to just remember that, wait, you won. So that is why when I was nominated, I didn't know that I was nominated. It was my friend Sally Mike who actually told me. He sent me a link that Sandra voted for him. Like, vote me for what? I went through, I was like, wait a minute, what? So it was humbling to know that I was nominated. Someone just mentioned my name to them. Maybe they nominated me. and now winning. I didn't even put in a lot of effort to market because I knew what I've done for my country in the agri sector. And knowing that it's now that they are recognizing my effort, it's very satisfying and very humbling. Of course, people were voting for me like, Sandra, we've known you for all the years. This is now your time to shine. I know that at least they appreciate that what we are doing is very authentic, and it aligns with what probably the Ministry of Agriculture in our country believes in, changing people's lives, and also the fun, because they didn't award me as the best farmer, but the best agro-tourism company, and that is Slave Farm, or the brand. So it shows that what we're doing is authentic, even our country recognized. We won the award, guys, a few weeks ago, on 25th of July. You're talking to the award winner in the agro-tourism category. And also knowing that my dream is coming true. So knowing that my dream is coming true of changing people's lives, directly and indirectly. Now, the agro-tourism is also something that I dream of, like, you can enjoy as a slave farmer or as other slave farmers that I'm inspiring. Like, don't be buried in the gardens. You can literally die in the farm. I've been getting losses for the past months, because I'd even given up on crop production because of, I've also been traveling a lot. You're in and out of the country. When you're not around, of course, workers can't do much, really. So, no, the farm can be stressful. You can die. You come back to when the seedlings have all been burnt. They didn't water them. They didn't, you can really run mad. So the agro-tourism is to rehabilitate. We go out, share, laugh about our losses, share experiences, encourage each other, then we go back to the farm and then do it again. So I believe it's something that every farmer needs. We move away from the farm once in a while. When the stress is too much, move around, join us, we move, share, laugh, sing, dance, do all those things. Then after 3 days or 4 days, we come back to the garden with new energy. You've networked. Because trust me, Fred, farming is about network.
Sure.
And if you're a selfish person, don't think of joining farming, because you'll die in your own movie.
I agree.
Exactly. Now, because now it takes us back to agro-tourism, because you can't do farming when you're alone. You think, oh, I know it all. Oh, me, I have this. Yes, we appreciate, but you'll need people. Not that you'll need people. So, because you need people to connect you to the right market. You need people to connect you to the right agronomists. Basically, in farming, it's about networking, So make as many friends as possible and be good to them. Now, this is advice for people who might inspire and people want to join the industry. If you're a selfish person, forget about agriculture or farming in general. So it's about networking, you share experiences, like, oh, Fred, I need this. Can you connect me to so and so? So basically, that is the whole concept. Yes.
And what is your big plan about the African farmer? Because I see you're so much obsessed with the African farmer.
Yes.
What is your big plan to these farmers?
Now, the big plan is, of course, slave farmer to be a movement, slave farmer adventures to be a movement. It is a movement already, because from Uganda now we are going to Kenya, because we were planning a tour in December to Kenya to explore, for people to learn, because Kenyans, I even get jealous. That's why I might end up getting married in Kenya. Ugandans, if you're not serious. Why? Because these guys are very aggressive, when it comes to farming. Kenyans are real aggressive in agriculture, and they're very intentional when it comes to agriculture, to farming. When they say now I'm investing, it's really investment, So I believe, even because at least I've been to Kenya. Now, Kenya is my second home. From 2020, I've been traveling to Kenya. So I believe other farmers in Uganda can learn from Kenya. That's why I want the fourth edition to be that side, to appreciate what is there. Why you guys are where you are? Why is your farming is on a different level? The technologies that you have, the different agri-tech innovations, so many things. So it's what we are planning, as Slave Farm Adventures. I want it to be a movement, not just in Uganda, but the entire continent. From Kenya, probably shall go to Rwanda. We first move around East Africa, then maybe the entire Africa, as God blesses us. So my plan is, like I said, Slave Farm Adventures to be a movement. 2, to be a platform or to be a family where farmers are free to open up, where they're not judged, because we all make mistakes. Either you don't pay your workers on time and they leave your farm, whether you don't guide them well, and then you feel when you share on the internet, people are going to judge you. Like, I want it to be, because I share my story openly, especially when we have the campfire at night, I always share the experiences. So basically, I want it to be like a family or a community where farmers are free to share their bad and good without being judged. Because you know when farmers will put out like, maybe you didn't do this, maybe that, you know, all those things. So I want farmers to be farmers across Africa to be very open and very free, because we are only human at the end of the day. Also, I want to have as many slave farmers in Africa as possible. I can't be the only one, guys. I can't be the only slave farmer, you know. I want all the beautiful girls in Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, wherever, to be like, for them not to just look at me that, oh, Sandra inspires us, but I want them to do what I do. To try to copy. Of course, not copying, because you can't be me. I am me, and you are you. But at least there's something that you can get from what I'm doing, maybe copy a leaf or, you know. So I want the girls in this continent, Africa, to learn from what I've done, the bad I've gone through, the good and all that. So, and that can only be achieved when we build the network, the slave farm adventures, yeah? Because when we all come together, but above all, of course, farming in our country to thrive, yeah? To thrive, and to women to know that, women who looked up to me, especially the young ladies, that you can make it, regardless of whatever. Forget about what society says. Forget. You know, we intimidate these men. They don't want to admit. But the fact is, we intimidate the men. So I want to empower the young women, because I've been through it all, Fred, you know. From when I started, it hasn't been rosy, but it's about persistence, consistency, determination, and commitment. So I want the women to look at me, not just, oh, she's a slayer with her hair and all. No. But look at my success story. I said, what can I learn from Sandra? How can I be like her? You know, or even being better than me, by the way. You can even be better than me. You have the potential to be better than me. So basically, that is the dream. That is the big dream.
Then from Africa, next, where are you taking them?
Netherlands. Actually, outside Africa, the first country I want to visit is the Netherlands.
Not you visiting. Taking farmers. You know, you have a responsibility.
Oh, yeah. No. I said me, but when I say me, I mean other farmers behind me. Yes. We go to the Netherlands, we visit those farmers. Because, trust me, Fred, farming, what people don't know, farming is about knowledge. If you don't have knowledge, you're not going to make it in farming. Knowledge of what to plant, how to plant it, when to plant it, where, what, basically the how, the when, the what, and all that. And that can only be achieved when you explore. You know, and also some farmers are not very generous with hosting people to their farms. I don't know what happens in here, but in Uganda, it's not very easy for you to tell someone, I want to come and visit your farm. Like, I'm not around. They'll give you excuses. But then you also want to be like them. So me, and God has blessed me with a platform where I can connect to so many people. Now, I know what it means, because I was also once a startup. I was also once a farmer who was just trying out farming. Now, me, what I did, I know what the struggles I went through to get knowledge. So now that I'm up there, okay, not very, very, but at least I'm at some level, now I can call Fred. I have a team of farmers that I want to bring. You know, now knowing that, okay, now these farmers want to learn about poultry. Fred is into poultry. One farmer can't reach Fred directly because of the bureaucracy and all those other things that are there, protocol and and all that. So when because Fred already knows who slave farmer is, he's going to accept. Now I bring my people. So, I mean, I've already done something good for them, you know? So that is what I'm planning to do, that even if I don't continue doing the crop production like I started 5 years ago in 2019, at least I'm leaving a legacy, changing other people's lives, not just for myself. Because me, Fred, even if I stop here and I just be focusing on my farm, doing the farming, I'm good. But then how about those other people that probably are yearning for knowledge? Sandra, I want to start, I want to do this. How can I reach farm with Fred? Please, can you connect me, you know? So that's why I'm here. That's why Slave Farm Adventures is here. That as we go out to learn, as we go out to laugh, as I'm helping farmers, like basically I'm like a linkage between the upcoming farmers, practicing farmers, and the big farmers who are inspirational to other farmers.
How affordable is farmers joining Slave Farmers?
Very affordable. Now let me tell you briefly about the three, because we've had 3 successful tours now.
Yes.
Successful, by successful I mean successful. The first one, we went to Western Uganda, Bushenyi. Well, when I got the idea, I just put it out there. I was like, you know what? Let me do it. I didn't know that people would come. I said, I think I even remember I even told you, help me push on your Facebook. Just promote for me. Then people came, we were only 20. In fact, I remember when I was actually starting Esu Kaya, one of our friends, I called him. Told him, Esu, I want to go to Western Uganda. Which farms do you think I should visit? There's another mutual friend we have, it's called Maxima. if you go to Western, you'll meet him. He's a very good guy. So now I called him. Esu told me, how are you going to do it? You know, he was very generous. Like I said, not many people are very generous to help, especially when you're starting up. I was very open and very vulnerable. I told him, this is what I'm planning. Please advise. I called Esu, told me, you know, there's Max. I don't actually know Max. We had also talked with him, but we had never met. So he gave me his number. Max Alexandra, I was waiting for you to reach out to me. We've been friends on Facebook for a very long time. So now I reached out to him. He hosted us, and it was a very good thing. Of course, Esu didn't manage to go with us, of course, work and everything, but he helped when I was starting up. So when we went to Western Uganda, we were only 18 to 20 people, just a coaster. I was like, it's okay. Now, my concept is to give people the real farm experience. It's not a one-day event. 3 days, we camp, we sleep in tents. That is fun. I mean, coldness, if you don't have a partner, you face it rough. But my concept, of course, I wanted to be different, like to be fun and enjoyable. So we went with tents, we camped 3 days, people ate food and all. It was a really nice one. And I told myself, I want to do this on a quarterly basis. Every after 3 or 4 months, we plan a tour. Now, the second edition, we went to Eastern Uganda, Kapchora, we went to Mbale, we went to Kwen. We traversed the whole, okay, not the whole, but most of the big districts in Eastern Uganda. Also Kapchora, rather CP Falls. Because with our farm tours, the climax is always a fun activity. So we start with learning, moving to farms. Now, as we are crowning the tour, we start with, because in Bushenyi, Western Uganda, we visited the hot springs there. In Eastern Uganda, that's Kapchora in December 2024, we went to CP Falls. Why? Because I want to attract as many people as possible. Someone might come because of the fun, not farming. But when they reach for the tour, they're like, oh wait, okay, I can also do farming. So I want something that attracts people, that you can come for the agriculture or you can come for the adventure, but you stay for the agriculture. Either way. So we went 57 people. I took a whole bus, friend. Congratulate me, my friend.
Congratulations.
Thank you. A whole bus. That was the second edition. Exactly. Because, and that was I was using just a few friends like you and a friend, please post for me, Esu, please post for me, so and so. I wasn't using mainstream media because it's very expensive and I don't have partnerships or sponsorship. People came. I gave them a good experience. Of course, the bus broke down, but that wasn't part of the... People learned. Above all, they were learning because I took them to real farms. Then the third edition came. It happened this year in May 2025. We went to northern Uganda, of course, to see the shea nuts, shea butter. The north is a deserted place. I will say deserted in quotes, because people have the wrong perception about northern part of the country. It was a war-torn area at some point. Like, what good comes from that side? So with the self-farm adventure, like, you know what, guys, there is a lot of gold the other side. People are investing, the people are buying land, let's go. So we went 50 people, so we went with the bus.
50 people.
Exactly, including children. So we went to spend the 3 days camping and all that, eating, enjoying, interacting. Now, with that, I'm trying to answer your question about affordability. With all the tours, I make sure, because the first trip, it was 200,000 Uganda shillings. Like, you can't even spend it in 2 days. But me too, I was telling him only 200,000, inclusive of food, training fee, accommodation, and everything for the 3 days. Same with the Kapchora, it was, I think, 300,000. Northern Uganda, 350,000. Why? Because it's not a money-making venture for me. Anyone who is into tourism, they're like, but how do you break even? I told them it's all about breaking even. As long as I don't touch in my pockets, I want to give farmers a real experience. Because a trip that would have costed them 500, I give them a 300,000. No sponsorship, because I tell them that I know what it means to be a farmer who yearns for knowledge and you can't get it. I know what it means when you have your money, you're stranded, like everything has failed and you want to try farming because you've preached the gospel of farming being very, very profitable, but you don't know where to get that knowledge. I know what it means. So instead of me making still money from farmers, I would rather help them. I know money, of course, will come, because the money even I've got, it hasn't been directly through agriculture, but because of the brand, Slave Farmer, the real big money that I've got, yeah? So it is about helping other farmers achieve their goals. It's very affordable. So what we do, make sure that I calculate that, okay, now, camping gear, how much will they charge us per day? Transport, how much? Okay, food, we calculate the food, the meals. Of course, we eat the normal meals, but good meals, not just snacks. How much? Okay, fine. Miscellaneous, maybe like 10,000, 20,000 extra Uganda shillings. Now we are good to go. I put up the posters, I market, and people come. Because they are very affordable. And the knowledge they get there, the connection they get from because it's a 3 days kind of adventure. 3 days, 2 nights. So they get more than what they pay for. And why? Because I want to leave a legacy. I want people to be successful in agriculture, attributing it to me as slave farmer, that is because of her that I am what I am. Even if I die, my children will be like, they'll be like, wait, Kyle, your mother did this to me, you get, or I'm this because of your mother. Maybe she died so many, and stuff like that. So to me, it's not just about making money. Maybe in the future it will come, probably if big sponsors come on board. But for now, it's about helping farmers. And it's very affordable. No, the Kenyan, I don't know if it's the time to talk about it or it will come as we are closing, I don't know.
It's the time to talk about it.
Now, the Kenyan trip, of course, we are trying to put the logistics together, but I'm traveling tomorrow to Kenya. I'm coming home. Traveling on 6th, this is, which month is this? August. Yes, I might leave on 10th. So I'm coming, make sure you prepare. I have your money here in Uganda. So make sure you take care of me when I'm there, that side. So yeah, it's going to be very affordable. We're trying to, where I'm going for a pre-visit to kind of put logistics together, to see the costing, how far the farms, are they distant, are they far, and are they even, because what I want to, first I want to visit the greenhouses, because Kenyans are doing a big in greenhouse production. The irrigation, you know, they invest so much in irrigation. The agri-tech innovations, basically those things that Ugandans can pick a leaf and they come and implement here. And also Ugandans know that they should not be very stingy with their money when it comes to investing in farming. They should really invest, you know, wholeheartedly, just like you guys do it. So we shall share the price. The dates for the tour is going to be 5th to 9th of December. For now, Fred, you tell your followers to save the dates.
5th to 9th
December 2025. So that all farmers in Kenya and also in Uganda, even those in Rwanda, can come, because last year Jean and Sifa, they traveled from Rwanda and they joined us. So if there could be a farmer who is in Tanzania and they want to join us on this tour in Kenya, probably they can travel and they meet us there. So it's going to be very affordable. Affordability, because I want them to gather knowledge and I want to leave a legacy. I want to touch people's lives indirectly and also directly. First and foremost, we have our group, the Slave Farmer Adventures, or Farm Tours with Slave Farmer. It's on WhatsApp. The number is +256 776 060088. Yeah, that's my personal number. You can as well send M-Pesa or mobile money on that number. But that's a personal number, and that's when you reach out to me, I add you on that community. We are about, I think, 200 already now on that group, or 180, I don't know that exact number of people. Now that's the first, because all the information we share on that group. Then also they should follow me on my social media platforms. Twitter or X at Sandra Nabas. You just put Slave Farmer, you see a very beautiful woman with tomatoes, you follow. Facebook, same thing, Slave Farmer. TikTok, Slave Farmer. Then Instagram, I think. Slave Farmer everywhere. There are so many slave farmers that have come up. Of course, we've inspired people to become slave farmers. So they're also calling themselves slave farmers, but at least you can check their profiles. When you see this beautiful face, it is me. If the face is not beautiful, that is not another. That's another slave farmer, but those are jokes, guys. So basically, that's how they can reach out to me. For all inquiries, reach out to me on that number, +256 776 060088. But just know that in December, we are going to Kenya. The different farms to visit and all that is going to be shared once I'm in Kenya, which is just a few hours from now.
Thank you, Slave.
Thank you so much, Fred, for coming and for having me, and welcome to Uganda.
Asante.
Karibu sana. Asante sana.